Hello Cancer and welcome to my channel, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is a work reading for Cancer from the 1st to the 14th of October 2018. Please don't forget to watch your moon and rising sign for more complete picture. If you want a personal reading, I've put my details in the description box, so please contact me. I've also put the decks I'm using in the description box and links to Amazon and eBay if you want to purchase these decks. And don't forget to watch the deck review series that I'm doing. You might find that interesting. So, like, share, subscribe, and leave me some comments if these messages resonate with you. So I'm just doing a general energy read for you, and then I'll do the general tarot read after that. So, you're thinking about starting your own business at the moment. You've got some financial loss that you're trying to recover from, and maybe you want to go it yourself because maybe the job that you're doing is not really paying you what you need to recover from this financial loss. You need to actually make plans, make sure that you're effectively managing your time so that you don't have any wasted efforts going on around you. So in the past, you've had a lot of financial uncertainty and, going on, and maybe that's caused, due to the loss that you faced, because you are trying to recover from that loss. And you've been trying to express yourself, your creativity in your work as well. So you've been trying to do things, with a more creative edge to it. Make sure that you are keeping your secrets, so don't tell anybody everything that you're doing. Mum's the word. Keep your plans until you finally manage to get them off the table, but don't go around, spilling the energy, spilling the beans, if you like. And you might be thinking of doing a second job, taking up a second job as a temporary position, just so that it gets you over this financial loss that you're going on. So maybe taking on a second job just to keep your head above water and get you out of that financial loss that you're going for. So make sure you are dealing with your time, effectively managing your time, and that in itself will help so that you don't waste precious time doing things that you don't need to do. Okay, so I have shuffled these cards. I'm just going to cut it and draw some cards. Okay, so the energies of the cards is the Devil card, which shows that, you're feeling very, very negative about the situation at the moment. This is the card, where you feel like you're going through the fires of hell, if you like, with this card. Everything seems to be very, very difficult for you in your work, probably in your personal life as well. You've got people sitting back and watching you, thinking that, you're going to fall into these fires almost. So maybe people are not really there helping you, but they may be waiting for your downfall. So that kind of negativity is going on around you. But also, you yourself are feeling very chained. You're feeling very miserable, if you like, about it. And you feel like you are going through a very, very difficult period at the moment. So that's what's going on around you. With you, you are feeling very victimized. There are people that are not really very, very supportive of you, maybe waiting for your downfall. So you've got these two cards over here, the 9 and this Devil card, where you've got people standing back and watching you, almost waiting for you to fall down. And you are very vulnerable at this particular moment. You got this person almost ready to fall into this fire, and you've got this mouse that these cats are sitting and watching, and they're trying to trip this mouse up, or catch this mouse, so they've put in a trap over there. So watch out for people around you. They are not very, very they're not serving your purpose, and they are not looking, watch your back, in other words. And it might be, even in your social, these might be people that you're socializing with, because you've got the 3 of Cups crossing this card. So these might be people that you consider to be your friends, who really are not your friends, that are doing things behind your back that you're not aware of. Maybe they're gossiping, because birds always talk about gossip that's going on, gossiping about you. Maybe they are just acquaintances rather than really true friends. So you need to weed out the people that are your true friends, as opposed to people that are waiting for you to fall on your back. These might be colleagues that what you think are your true friends, but really are not, and are waiting for you, waiting for your downfall. So you've got the Five of Cups, Five of Coins, Five of Pentacles in the last year. Went through a really dreadful financial loss. Maybe you've had a family that you've had to look after, but you've been really skint. You've been really, trying to make ends meet over here. You have these two cats scrounging for this little fish over here. So really trying to stretch your resources to its ultimate. And so you've been going through a lot of problems, a lot of financial problems recently. And in the last 3 months, maybe you want to move home, a change. You're trying to take control of your life, and maybe you want to move somewhere else, to find a job somewhere else that will give you more prosperity, and you want to move on from whatever position you are, because the Chariot also talks about a move of home, and getting away from that which is causing you all this problem. So you want to move away from this financial loss. Maybe you want to move home, change jobs, move to a different direction, and you're trying to take charge of your life again. You see this cat is steering this horse into the direction that they want along this road. So trying to come out of all these obstacles over here, and you're trying to move into a place of abundance. You can see all these dark mountains and lack of abundance, and trying to move towards a period of prosperity. And maybe that's what you're doing. You're trying to find avenues or ways in which you can generate finance so that it gets you out of this lack. And you want a new beginning. With this is the Fool card, and this being on your mind, you're trying to choose a path, trying to find a direction, and you're just doing everything on like a leap of faith. You're doing it. You're praying about it, and you're trying to go for it. You're trying to do it. So you're trying to take that leap of faith and to get out of this mess that you feel that you've got yourself into. So going into the future, you've got the King of Rods over here. So this could be somebody that helps you, or this could be you becoming the King of Pentacles, where you get a position, a nice job that is going to be very, very financially abundant for you, so that you'll be able to even put aside money and invest and save. So you're going into position where all this seems to fall away, and you're going to position of abundance, where you're going to be able to accumulate wealth, and you're going to have, it's a position of leadership. So it's something that pays very well, and it allows you to have that authority. However, it is a job that you're going to have to be very hands-on in. So you're going to, it's not like a behind the desk job where you can't where you don't do anything, you just give instructions. It's going to be a job where you are going to be working, and you're going to have to be putting in the effort to get whatever you want. But it's going to be something that's pretty well paid. So hang in and hope for that one to come. You yourself, you have a family that you're trying to look after. You've got the Ace of Cups over here. So something new coming in, a new emotional experience coming in, and, maybe... you changed your relationship that you've had with your family. So a lot more happiness coming in for you with this Ace of Cups over here. And, you seem to be a bit more balanced with this over here. Maybe meeting somebody new as well. Or maybe even forming a business partnership with somebody. This could be the Ace of Cups, forming the business partnership. But something new, brand new beginning for you on the emotional level that gives you that emotional fulfillment. You are feeling very depressed and very miserable with this Five of Cups. You are really mourning the loss that you had. So something caused you to have you see it as a really big disaster. You've got two fives over here with the Five of Cups and the Five of Coins. So this card here is a card of grief. So you are now looking back and remembering what happened, and you are very depressed. You feel very miserable about what happened. So you really are crying about what happened, and you do feel like, you lost everything. It's the winter of your life, and that's what's going on in your head. But you still have responsibilities that you have to look after, because these two cups are still standing up, and you need to focus on this, and this is going to be the thing that gives you the hope, gives you the light, and gives you the motivation. So know that whatever's remained is something that you need to focus on in order to find your inspiration, to find your direction in life. And this will be the thing that guides you into positive thinking and guides you into doing something positive. And if you do positive thinking, you will get to this point of being the King of Rods, where you're somebody that gets that good job, gets that good inspiration, and gets into that leadership position. So you need to change your focus with this Ace of Cups and start focusing on more positive things. There is, the Ace of Cups is usually a good positive spiritual message coming in, and that shows that there's some spiritual help also coming in to bring you direction, that path, so that you get out of that depression. Now you want to move away from the situation completely. You haven't done it yet, but you want to move away from it and leave all that misery behind. So that is what your hopes and fears are. So going into the future, you've got the Moon card, you've got the Three of Swords, and you've got the Temperance card. So with the Moon, it's a time of really feeling very depressed, feeling very miserable. Things are not working out like you thought that they would work out. Maybe you're having a lot of nightmares, not sleeping well at night, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. Maybe people are promising you things that they're not really coming forth and bringing it. So it's a time that you don't make really big decisions. It's a time that you have to consider all the options, and you everything that people say, you take it with a pinch of salt, because you say that whatever they're saying is not quite what they mean to say, because the Moon is always a reflective surface, so it isn't giving you the true light, it's not giving you the true information, so things are not quite as true as they seem to be. So watch out for that. Be aware that there is always deception when there's a Moon card in a spread, and you are very, very upset about it. You're heartbroken about what happens. Maybe you and somebody separated and that affected your whole life. There was a lot of harsh words. You may have lost a job as well. That in itself is a separation, and it's caused a lot of grief, and you are very depressed about it, and you are still grieving about it. But you need to get balance back in your life again. And you need to actually go in with this Temperance card. You need to heal. You need to meditate. You need to access that deep spiritual thing that brings you out. Because I think here, although this is a work spread, if you get your emotional life in order, you will get your work life in order, and everything will start working out. Because it seems what happened in your emotional life has had a direct impact on your work life. So you need to heal from it. With the Temperance card, it talks about healing and centering yourself and meditating and seeking that spiritual direction in your life, and then everything else will fall into place for you. So if you start positively thinking, this might be somebody that actually helps you with this King of Rods, that comes and helps you get that post that you want, or get that extra money that you want, and take you out of that financial loss that you feel. But you are in a lot of grief right now, and you are still mourning the loss of something that happened, all this loss, the financial loss that you had, and you're also mourning the fact that it caused some sort of emotional loss as well. You feel like everything is like you've lost everything, but you haven't, because you've got these two cups standing. So there is something that you need to focus on, and if you use that as being something that spurs you on to carry on working and carry on persevering, you will conquer this problem, and you will come out of it. So you need to seek balance, seek enlightenment, pray. That's, with the Temperance card, I think it's prayer and healing and meditation, and getting your goals back in focus again. And cut out this negativity, especially with this Devil card. This is something, everybody's waiting for you. Maybe they think you're so depressed you're going to just fall into nothing, but you need to show them that you can overcome all of this. So watch your back. Don't be too don't tell people everything that's going on. Even the last energy spread said, keep your secrets. So make sure that you are keeping your information to yourself, and go ahead and do your things, and make sure that you are going for your goals, but keeping it to yourself. And if people are waiting for you to fall, you don't want them to come in and bring that negative energy or on your life. You want to exclude any kind of negative energy from your life, because you need to heal from the situation that you've gone through. Oh dear. So I'm just going to draw some cards from the Fairy Tarot here, and let's see what the oracles say. So you have got the Five of Spring, which is opposing goals arising from difficult opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. So this is like the Five of Rods. So there's a lot of competition going on around you, and maybe you're not getting along with people right now. Maybe they're just, there's a lot of arguments going on around you, it seems. You want to transform, but there's a lot of things that are, people have got their opinions about what has happened, and, it's not really what, it may not have been what had happened, but, they're voicing it. So try to ignore them, move away from them, and, just whatever they've got to say, just ignore it, really. You've got the Dreamer card over here, which is the Fool card, so a brand new beginning coming from you. Embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, and trust yourself. So you need to go back into yourself and find out what you wanted to do. You find your goal again, and find your true path. In that way, it will take you out of all these problems that you are. Once you find your true path, everything else becomes easy. So the last card is the Eight of Autumn, which says do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship or long-term projects. So with the Eight of Autumn, it's usually about a work card, so you may need to go back into learning some sort of course, some sort of seminar, and make sure that you're researching everything before you do it. So make sure that you're on top of things before you go for any new jobs. You must have extra information about what is going on more than anybody else, and that will give you the edge. And that's why you may need to go back into education, there will be, you need to look at the long-term outcome of whatever's happening. So try to not be negative, be positive. You're coming into a point where you will get what you want as far as your work goes, but you need to sort out those emotions, get on top of it, find out what your goal is, and go for it. Because you seem to have lost track a little bit because of all this misery that's been going on. Whatever happened has impacted directly onto your work situation as well, which has kept you a bit down, and maybe this is why you aren't making that progress that you want. So you do need to go into a period of healing and cut the past out. Start in something new. Go for that Fool card. Make a choice and go down that path. Remember what you wanted to always do, and go for it and do it. And if you do that, you will reach this goal that you want. You can see the Dreamer card and them going for that goal. So be positive. That is the most important thing. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.